The only people who feel good about the country right now are the Labor Party and its activists. They are vastly relieved at having won an election that they should have lost. Both sides comprehensively failed in this election to analyse our national difficulties. None of us wanted to look at the trend of overspending.
Here in Martin Place with Dr. John Humphries, the founder of the Libertarian Party, a former Treasury official who knows where all the bodies are buried down there in Canberra, and also the chief economist to the Australian Taxpayers Alliance. Dr. John, we've seen today the numbers come out of 10 years of deficit spending under either whether Labor plans or Liberal, 10 more years of deficit. What's your thoughts?
Well, it only stops at 10 years because they only look up to 10 years. I mean, it's actually deficit spending as far as we can tell, and no sign that anyone's going to make any decision to change that. So, I mean, we're heading in a trajectory here where Australia's going to have just piling debt upon debt upon debt, which either just puts future generations into unimaginable debt.
So these are your young kids as well, sort of thing.
These are the three that I just bought from the shop this morning.
So the reality is, it's your kids that are going to be left to have high taxes, less government services to pay off the debt that we're racking up today.
Again, paying off the interest. Or, I mean, the other option is, which we've discussed about before, that the RBA, we're here at the RBA can just print a bunch of money to buy up some of the debt, make it into fake debt, monetize the debt as they call it, which leaves us with the inflation, which makes our money just worth less and less over time. So either way, the next generation is really getting the hard end of this.
No one wanted to look at the whole question of net zero and was it worth it.
Here at a Raring power station behind us, the largest power station not only in New South Wales but in Australia. This power station behind us is just over 2.8 gigawatts. Now to put that in some comparison, currently in China they have 421 gigawatts under construction and development. So that's like 140 times of what you see behind me China have under development today. And yet this power station is due to close down in 2 years because of this net zero madness.
No one wanted to really look at the horror of a renewables rollout, which is devastating so much of our countryside.
It's Thursday, the 10th of April, 2025, and I'm down here in what used to be a part of our beautiful Snowy Mountains National Park that's been desecrated, smashed, bulldozed in the name of renewable energy and saving the planet. These are the transmission lines that need to hook up to the white elephant of Snowy 2.0. So today, while Mr. Bowen and Mr. Dutton and Mr. Albanese and Tanya Plezovic, our Environment Minister, are our kissing babies, they should be down here to have a look at what their policies of net zero are doing to the Australian bushland, are doing to the Australian native forests.
We weren't prepared to consider immigration.
I'm here with Craig Kelly at the Sydney International Airport, Kingsford Smith Airport. Craig Kelly is the Libertarian candidate for the Senate of New South Wales. We're here to talk about immigration. So Craig, you've got 4 charts here. What's the first one tell us?
Well, firstly, John, behind us is Sydney International Airport, the gateway to our nation, where most migrants come into our wonderful country. Now, the immigration issue is a big issue at this election campaign, but unfortunately, it is not being debated with the true facts and the data. So I've got these charts that I'd like to go through to show why this is such a problem and why our immigration needs to be discussed, debated and acted upon.
There was a political and ultimately an intellectual cowardice behind the whole thing.
We're here at Bathurst, Mount Panorama, a sacred site for many, many Australians. The 6 hours still going on, a great day up here. But one thing, we see Indigenous land claims, Aboriginal land claims, threatening whether this sacred site for most Australians will remain that way. This area, Mount Panorama, has been the site. Mount Panorama has been the subject of a successful Aboriginal land claim, and the future of this place is uncertain.
There was a political and ultimately an intellectual cowardice behind the whole thing. There was a political and ultimately an intellectual cowardice behind the whole thing.